sunny morning in the summer of 1977, at the age of 31, I left my tiny bachelor flat in the village of Bradley near Skipton, filled up my emerald green Morris Minor Traveller with petrol, and drove on the A59 over blubberhouses and through Harrogate towards the beautiful historic city of York. The A19 led me out to the north of the city, and soon I began to meander through a cluster of pretty villages that nestled on the vast flatland near the foot of the Hambleton Hills. The retiring headmaster, John Pruitt, had invited me to meet him during the summer holidays so that he could show me around and pass on the school keys. It was with a feeling of excitement and expectation that I drove slowly into Ragley village and along the high street, past the general stores, Pierce's butcher's shop, the village pharmacy, Pratt's hardware emporium, Nora's coffee shop, Diane's hair salon, and a tiny post office with a red telephone box outside. Ahead of me was the village green, and I stopped the car and surveyed the scene. A large, white-fronted public house, the Royal Oak, nestled in the centre of a row of terrace cottages at the far side of the grassy triangle, and off to my right, behind an avenue of horse-chestnut trees, was Ragley School. In that instant, I knew I could be happy here. The school was an elegant, traditional Victorian building of weathered reddish-brown bricks. It looked tall and solid, with steeply sloping roofs of dark grey tiles and an incongruous bell tower, a waist-high wall of Yorkshire stone with iron railings mounted on the top, bordered the playground and cobbled driveway, and the sun reflected brightly from the high arch window in the gable end. I walked under the tall Victorian archway, on which the date 1878 was chiselled deep into the buff-coloured lintel and into the dark, cramped entrance hall. The only thing that caught my eye in an otherwise featureless corridor was the small brass plate on the dark wood office door. It simply read, John T. Pruitt, Headmaster. I tapped on the door, and a bespectacled man with a gentle, careworn face opened it. "Good morning," I said. "I'm Jack Sheffield." He smiled and beckoned me in. "Hello, Mr. Sheffield. Welcome to Ragley," he said. "I'm John Pruitt." I followed him into a small L-shaped office with 2 desks, lots of bookshelves, and walls that were lined with black and white photographs. When he sat down in his creaking leather chair behind the cluttered desk, it was as if the last piece of a 3-dimensional jigsaw had been neatly